All right, so first part, of course, is boring old series. No one really likes to talk about it. It's required to get through this nonsense. But afterwards, all the runners are pretty much going to be doing the same thing. So not a very interesting start, but then again, the start to any percent is not exactly too interesting either. I am using a multi-Twitch for this since I wasn't able to get live streamer set up. So while I'm doing commentary, if I'm out of sync at all with anyone, just give a yell in chat and let me know. But we can see that everyone's pretty much getting through the steam onto the last room in Sarah's station. Keku finishing up, I believe, with a 46 or 45. God, you know what? I missed it.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Typo. How are you, man?
Doing pretty well. I do need to resync these streams real quick. I wish I could get live streamer working, just because it seems like all the streams are good except Keku's is about 5 seconds ahead for me.
Yeah, having that issue too, and haven't been able to get live stream, but it's all right. So far, we're off. Everyone survived the series space station explosion.
Yeah, his is offline for me as well. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, his just stopped on me too. Perfect then. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fiesel. And so all the runners, the early game stands off pretty standard. Go down to Blue Brinstar, pick up Morph, pick up the first missile pack, and then after that they're on their way to pick up the bombs from Bomb Teresa.
Yeah, so very similar to what you would see in any percent. It's when it branches out and they have to start gathering a lot more items that things get more or less interesting if you're a collectionist, I suppose.
And I'm inclined to believe that it might be only Keku running the new route. Ponk, Skrooger, and Galamoz will be doing old route.
Yeah, confirmed by Galamoz. He is his timer says 100% old route, so I know that he's doing that. Yeah, so Skrooger is offline right now. I'm not really sure what happened to his stream. Hopefully he can get that back up and running, because I think the race between him and Keku should be very close.
Yeah, it looks like it's back up. And his PB reads a 122.14. Meanwhile, Keku, who he is racing against, has a 125. Let's see, just to make sure that that's correct.
Yeah, it should be a 125.49.
Yeah.
So Skrooger grabbing bombs here. We can see that Ponk just got up to the top of the climb. Galamoz also grabbing bombs, and Keku right behind them.
The bomb Teresa fight is not too difficult as long as you know exactly how to carry out the fight. Just starting off with 5p shooters, and then farming the eggs. Oh, bad RNG for Keku, but farming the eggs that he shoots out of his mouth to get the missiles, and then shooting 4, which will cause his chest to open, and then shooting an additional 3 to finish him off. Ponk with a clean Alcatraz.
All right, sorry about that. I had to get up quickly to answer the door, but yeah, still pretty straightforward. It looks like not a lot of difference in between what everyone's doing here. Skrooger coming down to get the early supers here, and of course the difference between this and 90% is he has a few more items to gather here, and that's when stuff starts getting different from the traditional 90%.
I think the only additional items from here are the ones right past that pink door, and then yeah, even then you still skip over the charged missiles. But as the run goes on, there's going to be a huge variance in strats that each player is going to start performing, which I guess helps exercise the flexibility of a player's movement, which I always thought was actually interesting and, to be honest, kind of somewhat overlooked when running the 100% category.
Yeah, there's a lot of unique things that each player can do to their advantage depending on what they're comfortable with. So that's very true.
Skrooger also had a really nice reverse mock ball out of there. It just helps to navigate through the room faster. It's a kind of a tight window for that trick, but really there's no issue since it's still early game.
So the Skrooger grabs charge here. He'll come back up. He does skip the charge missiles, and he'll be coming back later to get some more things in this room. I'm trying to re-familiarize myself with some of this stuff. Personally, I've never done a Hondo run with the proper route, just kind of pulled things together when I ran Hondo, but I've watched a lot of people run it, so I'm kind of just trying to remember things.
Yeah, I'm sure you're at least you know where all the items are, right?
Yeah. So Skrooger grabbing Spazer as Ponkus gets charge, and everyone's making progress as usual. Nothing really too amazing happening here.
Yeah, we won't really start seeing deviation, at least on the end of Keku, up until they collect Wave Beam.
Yeah, I believe so. Skrooger heading into Kraid's room here. As you've seen many times before, he'll go for the quick kill. You can do that a number of different ways, but the most common method that he'll be doing is, what is it? Is 3 missiles, 2 supers? Dude, I've completely forgotten everything.
No, don't worry. It's the 2 missiles setup to open Kraid's mouth and then hit him with 100 damage, and then the additional 3 right after.
That's right.
Though he did get that health bomb, but I mean I think it's really because I don't know. He's not in any bad condition whatsoever because he has a lot of missiles. He has a good amount of supers too that he can easily refill, just killing mini Kraid.
Yeah, so his supers are 5 now, no issue. Keku also gets the quick kill. I always used to do that the scrub way, I guess. I would always just do a charge shot into 4 supers, and I even hopped in between each super. It was really weird. I don't know why I did it that way.
Wait, you would charge shot and then shoot the 4 supers?
Yeah, 4 supers, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that it's actually easier, just
yeah.
more comfortable with that. You don't really have to fear having Kraid's manicure in the way.
Very true, yeah. It is a bit slower, but yeah, I was just comfortable with it, so I stuck with it. So Ponkus gets the kill as well, no problem. Skrooger grabbing the energy tank, Keku grabbing the other energy tank, Gala heading down in the business center.
Thankfully, Skrooger got the Caparos in time. Which I would say Spazer makes this room a lot easier. Instead of having to just depend on one charged pea shooter shot to kill the Nova, and then just in time to open the doors. That way you're not locked out.
Yeah, I agree. When I switched up to any percent without Spazer and I started doing that charge shot at the beginning of that room, I screwed it up so many times. And it's still fairly easy to screw up, I guess, if your timing's a little off. So Skrooger dropping down here to get these lava missiles. Acid missiles, lava missiles. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, lava missiles. That's what everyone calls them.
All right.
And Galamoz, of course, just trailing right behind him. Even though they're not racing, I guess it's always just good to see a 4-way race. Unofficial 4-way race, I guess.
Yeah, it's a bit more hype to just pretend they're all racing. So Galamoz and Skrooger got past the Great Defender of Bubble Mountain quite easily. Keku will be coming up to that very same enemy very soon.
Yeah, one of which many dub is the final boss. Known to actually kill some runs.
Indeed. And Keku does get hit, but I'm sure he will recover just fine.
Making it over all right.
So as Cephalon mentioned before, Skrooger's coming up to wave here, and that's where things may change a little bit. You can see that, well, you can't see it. I can see it because I'm watching this on multi-Twitch, but he has grapple as his second split, so he is doing the old route, which means that Keku is the only one that is going to be doing late grapple.
Yeah, so from here, Skrooger is actually going to be paying a visit over to Crocomire, along with Galamoz and Ponk eventually. But what Keku's going to end up doing is he's going to deviate. He's going to skip right over Crocomire, go past the Frog Speedway to collect ice, and then exit to head over to Wreck Ship.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Chris?
Not much. I finally made it to join you guys for commentary. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, still early. We're starting to get into the change of routes here.
Yeah, you two guys feel free to explain anything. I am generally not all that informed about 100%, but I try to do the best with the knowledge I have. So I'll generally be quiet until Cephalon has to leave, and then I'll kind of join in soon.
Sounds good.
All right. Even though Typo is an OG, he's a legend.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna stop, stressing about that because it's Typo.
Yeah, the strats that I came up with in 1995 were quite good, but now they're kind of expired.
But sometimes we still pay homage and tribute to those very same strats.
Yeah, and I appreciate it.
So Skrooger had no trouble at all whatsoever with Crocomire.
Yeah, it looks like Galamoz is in a pretty similar position too. But since Keku's doing new route, he's skipping Crocomire entirely for now.
Yeah, Keku says that's how he actually started learning Super Metroid, because he actually thought the new route was the only route to run 100%.
That's hilarious, considering new route is typically considered much harder than old route, simply because of ice clip.
There's ice clip. There's having one less E-tank over that Fantoon, and then the Evil Spiky Death Room of Evil of Death.
Yeah, I'm all too familiar with Spiky Death Room, so.
Especially familiar with the death part, right?
I mean, I don't want to talk about that part. Let's just call it Spiky Room for now.
I'm sorry. Yeah, of course. Chris also participating in the 100% race tournament. It's been doing pretty well, I'd say.
I wouldn't say that.
Ponk is also heading down. The modesty.
You can see Skrooger doing some grapple strats to pick up those missiles. Those are pretty unassuming, pretty challenging to actually pull off. Meanwhile, Galamoz right behind him, also going for the grapple strats. Ooh, just barely misses it. It's gonna cost him a considerable amount of time to have to make his way back up there.
Yeah, from here he can actually choose to launch himself off the slope or shine spark his way up. But I'm positive that he's just gonna run and jump, and then just wall jump it from there.
Yeah, that'll save him a bit of energy down the road.
I think also that might be the reason why Skrooger didn't attempt to go for the Shine Spark upwards, just so that he doesn't have to spend more time farming for energy.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea, especially going into wrecked ship, unless you want to farm beforehand, which takes up a significant amount of time usually.
Ponk practicing his horizontal bomb jump, getting ready for new routes. I ask him when that is, and I think he might respond to me that he's gonna end up doing it blindfolded. Yeah, by the way, Ponk actually holds the world record for completing Super Metroid blindfolded.
The unfortunate thing about that is Ponk also saves the animals, so...
I don't know if he actually saved them in his world record run, to be honest.
That would be very unfortunate if he did. Let's hope not.
He didn't. Though, so if anyone wants to just go ahead and claim that blindfolded world record holder title, your time to beat, and he did run it on PAL version, is 9 hours, 20 minutes, and 33 seconds, all in one sitting.
That's amazing. So we can see Keku going for Ocean Fly right now. Pretty challenging trick to pull off, but super impressive. It works perfectly. He did miss the missile tank, but that's okay because he's going to pick it up on his way out of wrecked ship. And Skrooger with a nearly perfect red tower, unfortunately falling down at the very end there. That strategy he was going for, very challenging to get, very precise. But he's able to make a clean recovery.
Yeah, Skrooger is actually on a really, really good pace.
Yeah, it looks like he's about 7 seconds ahead of his personal best right now. That's not bad. Actually, that's really good. What am I talking about? His personal best, a 1:22.14. Very nicely done.
Now, I also noticed that Galamoz went for the ice beam coming out of Norfair. Might also just be preference of his to go for it then.
Yeah, grabbing Ice Beam now, a really interesting choice. Not something that we actually see a lot of in Old Route 100%. Keku accidentally doing an X Factor to kick off the Phantoon fight. Just for good luck, let's hope.
It's like fireworks, you know. It's it's nice to see.
He still got the X Factor down at least. And a nice immediate fast.
That is a really good Phantoon fight from Keku. Nicely done.
Even gives I can see him on cam here giving everyone the thumbs up. I should clip that actually. Save that to embarrass him later. I think I'm speaking my plans out loud. Continuing with the commentary.
Yeah, well now we have to hold you to that, so. Galamoz with a really good strat there going into that room, shine sparking into the side hoppers, clearing them while the power bomb goes off, save them a few frames of lag there. And now Keku is going to be heading towards the spiky room of death.
Didn't you say that room is aptly named? But for what reasons again? I don't remember.
Well, I've heard of a couple runners in this tournament have actually died in that room. It's killed the run and made them lose the race. So that would be very unfortunate. Let's hope it doesn't happen to Keku.
Yeah, one aw shucks equals one prayer. And I guess we might as well play the mod game here with Skrooger. So fast pattern equals mod status. Slow patterns equals permaban. Need to everyone to guess a number 1 through 10. I did that whole thing backwards. He's gonna go for the X Factor. Landed it.
Keku cutting it real close, but it turns out he is a much better speedrunner than I am, making it through the spike room of death without dying. Nicely done.
Safe and sound he is.
Meanwhile, Galamoz makes quick work of Phantoon.
Saving a lot of time. Skrooger is just having a phenomenal run.
Minus 20 against his personal best. That is unreal. You know, I hadn't actually heard of Skrooger until I checked the matches for today, and I got really excited. I didn't realize he was actually the 13th seed in this tournament. His just a phenomenal runner that, you know, I'd just been hiding under the radar for me.
Yep. I didn't actually really find out about him either until a week before the tournament. Really nice guy he is, actually. Ponk is also going to be approaching wrecked ship here after collecting those power bombs, avoiding the yapping maw and heading up the elevator. Let's go, Galamoz, come on. Okay, so Galamoz gets the kill. The energy is somewhat concerning. I really hope he gets some health here. He could farm the atomics also on the way over to the spiky death room of evil of death.
Let's just call it the spiky room.
Which
the death part really it kind of upsets me.
Oh, it just triggers you, huh? Yep, and Galamoz up to the farm there.
Ooh, Skrooger falling into the water there. That's very unfortunate. He is able to make a quick recovery, however. Meanwhile, Ponk going for just sparking across the ocean, saving some energy before the Phantoon fight.
Safe and sound, Skrooger is. I would say that really wreck ship is just the only scary part about running the 100% category. After that, there's not much anything that's potentially dangerous to the run itself.
Keku with a really awesome bowling spark there, just cutting it really close along the spikes. That was really cool.
Oh, and of course, Skrooger with that amazing attic.
I believe that's what we call the Sanic attic.
Keku can just chill. He can relax just for like a few more seconds until break time is over. Then he has to punch back in.
What else could he do during that time?
I think he could try to flirt with a couple of people on the Twitch mobile app. That's what I use it for.
The Twitch mobile app, really good for flirting with people.
I mean, you gotta flirt with that somehow here with the wrecked ship. Let's go. I love Ponk's strats. His old paying tribute over to Hotarubi, which is actually Keku's dad, Keku's biological dad. And little known fact is that Nutella Forever is Keku's biological brother.
Cephalon with the history lesson of Super Metroid speedrunning.
I just like to be nosy, you know.
So now it's Skrooger's turn to enter the bowling room. He's gonna go for a really sick spark as well. Nicely done. And now he's gonna get to flirt with girls in the Twitch mobile app.
Daddy likes. I mean, yeah, you know, I love Super Metroid. That's the only girl I flirt with.
So we can see Keku is going to be going for the wraparound shot very shortly, opening the door in the ship room from the other side of the room. And then he'll be performing the longest shine spark in the entire game across that room.
Why is it called the wraparound shot?
I hear it's because we can't wrap our heads around it.
That sounds aptly named, yes, indeed.
That's a near perfect criteria gauntlet spark, excuse me, from Keku. Nicely done.
Skrooger and Galamoz will be approaching their take on the gauntlet spark. Galamoz also having the time to check up on all of his social media right now.
And Ponk making it through the spiky room of something or other. Nicely done. He has 157 energy, so he's going to be just fine.
Perfect, Ponk. Perfect.
Also, Skrooger with a fantastic lake ball strat there. Nicely done. Just getting the mock ball into that room there across the moat.
Also, Skrooger's health is actually really, really good. So he should have no problem whatsoever for the Gauntlet Spark.
Yeah, considering he didn't stop at the ship or anything, that's actually very impressive to conserve his health at that level.
Yeah, bare minimum to actually get the entire Gauntlet Spark itself would be around 225 health.
Ponk having a tremendous amount of difficulty going through the spiky room of something or other on his way out. So the reason he took so much damage there is because those platforms, when they fall on you, they deal 100 damage, which is devastating. You can get caught in the water and those platforms will just fall on you and just ruin your day and your run.
Please be safe, Ponk. Because there's still Attic, and this just puts him in a really risky situation.
Yeah, he's got to be real careful here. I'm very uncomfortable with this.
You should be fine.
Well, bear in mind, he's still got to go across the bowling room, and if he doesn't realize that his health is low, those spikes will hit him for 30 damage as well. Which, I mean, he should be okay. Meanwhile, Galamoz making his way through bowling.
For Ponk's energy situation, all it really has to do is farm at the red bugs right before bowling. If he wants to play it really, really safe. Or, of course, he can grab and cross bowling that as well.
Yeah, both very good strategies in this situation. It looks like Keku's having a really good run this race as well, so that's pretty impressive for him.
Getting the setup for the quick drop, what has been dubbed as the Mission Impossible strat, because you go down, you pick up your item, and then you just dip.
That is a great name. Did Galamoz have to go through the wrecked ship again there?
Flippy. Not that I know of.
Yeah, he's going to be stopping at the ship here as well, just to recover his health a little bit and bring that super missile count back up. Yeah, the reason for that it looks like Galamoz is a little bit behind where he should be is because he picked up Ice Beam as well, so that saves him time down the road, but costs him time just now.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that his PB didn't account for that. It's something that he didn't do before. And again, I just want to point out really quick here is that although it might look that Keku is ahead, that's actually really not the case. Keku does new route, so he's going to be going for Crocomire thereafter.
Yeah, if all goes well for Keku, the new route saves him about 20 seconds over old route, but he's got to nail the tricks first try. Skrooger choosing to skip Spore Spawn because it's much faster. Yeah, and you can see Galamoz setting up for the gauntlet missiles there, just stepping into the center there and taking a couple seconds to make sure he doesn't fall down the center of or one side of the platform and have to jump all the way back up.
So that is it for me. Right, meow. I'm gonna have Typewood go ahead and take over. Chris, good luck. Typewood, good luck. Runners, good luck. Chat, good luck. Everyone, good luck. You guys are the best.
And most of all, Seth, good luck.
Yep, good luck, Sephi, out in the real world.
Thank you. See you guys.
Skrooger with a really impressive damage boost coming out of that room there.
All right, so we see Keiko going up towards Meridian now. He just used a power bomb to explode that glass, and he will be going for, what is it, Main Street missiles here?
Yeah, this is Main Street missiles. He's going to go for the super short charge here. It's an incredibly short charge, so it's going to take a couple tries, it looks like, but he's going to He's gonna be just fine.
Pretty nice.
Opting for a backup there. Yeah. Meanwhile, Skrooger in the damage, or not Skrooger, excuse me. Galamoz in the damage boost tutorial room. He's then going to show the Edakuns how to wall jump.
So Ponk is doing the Dang, what is this? It's like a screen wrap glitch or something like that, right?
Yeah, the wraparound glitch.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I ask a lot of dumb questions, but this is kind of me like reorienting myself with 100%. So this is pretty nice. I'm kind of refamiliarizing myself with all these little strats.
Of course, yeah.
So Keku just grabbed the infamous crab supers there. I've never seen any game lock up while grabbing those.
Yeah, Keku's going to be making his way to Meridia Beach, opting for the beach ball, or no, the beach boost, it looks like. Damage boost at the beach. Meanwhile, Skrooger getting the Mama Turtle E-Tank. Ponk making his way down into Brinstar for some cleanup. Meanwhile, Galamoz, he's picking up the Sportsman Supers as well. I think he's probably a little frustrated with his race. I think he's on an amazing pace right now, but he's about already a minute or so behind his PB. So that's always a little frustrating.
Right. I mean, you can't really, expect to get a PB during a race like this. It's, there's jitters and stuff, but yeah, he's still doing fine.
Yeah, Galamoz a very experienced and very skilled speedrunner. With a personal best of it looks like 1:23.29, so that's a very respectable time.
Yeah.
So looks like there was a bit of a high five there from Keku and Skrooger, while Keku makes his way towards Botsmoon. He should be opting to open up the fight with an X Factor and then ideally firing 6 super missiles into Botsmoon's face. If all goes well, this is the fastest strat, but Botsmoon can be a little troublesome with his patterns.
Yeah, I always found it a little tricky to learn those patterns for the 6 missiles, but he does just fine. That was great. That was terrific.
Yeah, that was actually perfect. The best. That unbelievable. Nicely done, Keku. And then he's going to be opting for probably the full halfie, I'd say. He's Keku, a very experienced speedrunner, so he's going to be trying to shine spark across the Coliseum here. Full halfie, one of the most challenging strats. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And he barely misses it. He was just a little bit too low there. But yeah, as Chris said, very, very challenging strat. You need to get your timing right and get that ledge grab properly.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for error there. I mean, you can still go for just the regular halfie, but that will cost you about 6 seconds over the full halfie. He's going to be entering Dragon right now. Dragon, probably my least favorite boss when I played this game casually. She's really tough until you realize that you can just kill her by grappling her. Unfortunately, Keku does not have that luxury.
Skrooger also gets a pretty quick Botsmoon fight. That was nice. So
Yeah,
two
a
bot
one-round-
fights so far. That's really nice.
A one-round Botswoon, just so impressive.
Now we see Galamoz coming up behind them now. He's making his way into Meridia. He's going to grab the Main Street missiles. He's trying to do that short charge as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for error in that short charge. We can see Keku a little bit frustrated as he diagonal sparks through Dragon. Finally killing Dragon with the Shine Spark, allowing him to get Blue Suit. This will save him a bit of time as he makes his way across the Coliseum in the other direction, as he's able to store a Shine Spark and use it going the other direction.
Skrooger did miss the full halfie in his. He had to do the room normally, so he's going to take a bit of a time loss there. Although I don't know if he got it in his PB, but it looks like it looks like he's going to be just a little bit more behind than he was. But he's still in the lead.
Yeah, again, Keku, while it appears he is in the lead, he still has to fight Crocomire, so it's going to cost him a bit of time.
Fast Dragon, fast fight for Skrooger there. He gets Blue Suit and he'll grab Space Jump. Looks like he's still on pretty good pace for this. He's still only about 12 seconds behind, I guess. And that's in relation to his PB, so very nice.
Yeah, being that close to your PB in a race setting is just so impressive.
Yeah. So
Looks like
Galamoz sparking up
Galamoz.
there. He'll be coming up to Batoon very soon. And what, did you want to say something?
I was going to say Galamoz, he has a significant lead against Ponk right now, so I don't know where Ponk can make up this time.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite tough.
Okay, and we can see Keku coming up on the reason that new route is harder than old route. He's going to be going for the ice clip right now, clipping through the wall using one of those worm thingies. I think they're called Poyos.
Yeah, Puyos.
Ooh, he's going to have to reset the room. That's very unfortunate.
This is a tough trick. There's a reason why a lot of runners, especially when they first start learning the route, don't do this and stick to early grapple.
Yeah, Keku's got to be really frustrated with that. The ice clip, again, super precise, super challenging. So close. Very
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that was very close. So Galamoz heading down now. He'll be at Batoon in about, I think, 30 seconds or so.
So Keku, finally able to get the ice clip. He's going to be waiting for Shaq-Tool to break a bunch of blocks. Skrooger right behind him. That's very unfortunate. That means that he's pretty much caught up because, again, Keku still has to fight Crocomire. Galamoz nearly getting a one-round bot spoon, but he's getting a little bit trolled by the patterns there.
So picking up Spring Ball here, there's actually a really cool strat that you can do, where you use Spring Ball to, I believe, what is it, reverse green hills or something like that? I don't know. I've seen it a bunch of times.
It's called reverse slinky, I believe, is what you're
Reverse
referring
slinky,
to.
yeah, that's it.
It's only been done twice in a run by Sweetnum. We saw him go for it the other day. It's, I would argue, the most challenging trick in the game.
I don't think we're going to see Keku do it, but just wanted to mention it because it's a really cool thing to watch.
Galamoz entering Dragon right now. He's probably a little bit frustrated again. He's a little bit behind his PB. That being said, he does have a very significant lead over Ponk. Really good opener into the Dragon fight by Galamoz. Getting that X factor to open up the fight, followed by a Shine Spark.
Who doesn't really get any damage on that spark there. He'll have to wait for one more from Dragon. And he doesn't early spark.
Able to recover pretty nicely, though, and able to get blue suit. Nicely done. Keku kind of has to watch his energy there, because he's only 178.
It's funny to see the amount of energy he has versus skrooger here.
Yeah, pretty much at the same point in the game. Skrooger with full energy, Keku with not. These two runners will be entering probably my favorite room in the entire game, the Cack Attack Alley. Let's see what happens here. Not a lot to be said for this room other than it's very technical and just looks really good when it's done precisely.
Yeah, it's one of those rooms that's just very aesthetically pleasing when you see a runner get through it optimally.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward to do casually, but it looks like Skrooger and Keku both do a very nice job of making their way through there. Galamoz going for the short charge into Aqueduct. Meanwhile, Ponk is going to be making his way towards bottom.
So Ponk entering the Batoon fight here, he is not doing an X Factor. He's just going to go straight for supers here. So pretty much just spamming supers at Batoon.
Yeah, that'll take him about 10 supers. Just being consistent and playing it safe, not a bad idea in a race. You don't want to do anything that could cost you time or cost you the race.
Gets through the fight quick enough.
So I believe, for just a minute there, all four of our runners were in the same room.
Oh, it's interesting. I didn't even notice that.
The Aqueduct 5. The four-way high five.
Pretty sweet. Galamoz and Keku are just pretty much doing cleanup here in Meridian now. If I recall correctly, did I say Galamoz? I meant to say Skrooger. If I recall correctly, I think Skrooger goes to get Ice Beam after this.
Yeah, he'll be making his way down into Norfair, picking up Ice Beam, and then making his way to Lower Norfair to make quick work of Ridley.
Right.
The weird dragon pirate thing.
So Ponk just did Coliseum as normal, as intended, I guess, without any of the halfy or full halfies. And he'll be going on to fight Dragon now.
Yeah, and Ponk, he did attempt the halfy there, and it's always good to see runners, when they are not too experienced, go for these sorts of strategies. I think it's super impressive when they're always attempting the high-level strategies, because with some practice, that'll really cut down their time.
Yeah, and if you do get it in a run, it just feels so amazing, and it kind of does help your confidence, so it's nice to see that.
Yeah, it's certainly one of those milestones that when you hit it, you can certainly be so excited about it.
So Galamoz has Spring Ball now. He's going to be doing the Meridia cleanup, the same stuff that Keku and skrooger already did.
Again, speaking of advanced strats, we can see Ponk going for the Shine Spark method of killing Dragon. Not an easy thing to do, considering you can just get grabbed by her and then grapple her to death. Which I don't think we've actually seen in any of these from any of these runners yet. Oh yeah, he's just gonna play it safe now.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, we can see skrooger and Keku making their way into Norfair again.
Right, so, Keku got ice early, of course, so he can just go straight down. Skrooger's grabbing ice here, and then he's going to take that same route down to do some collection. Galamoz heading into the plasma room. Now, I'm not sure if there's I'm sure there's an optimal way to do this, but I never was too familiar about what order to do things in once you grab the plasma beam in terms of killing these guys before exiting the room.
Well, we can see
certain strats for that.
We can actually see Galamoz going for that there. He dropped the power bomb as he entered the room. That'll actually damage the space pirates on the left-hand side of the room there, which will trigger the one on the wall to jump across the room, meaning that once you pick up the plasma beam, you can make quick work of the one that's standing around, kill him in one shot, and then group everything to the right and kill them right afterwards.
All right, cool. All right, so Keku in Lower Norfair now. Skrooger will be following him down there soon.
Keku going for a little blue fireball action as he makes his way into the lavatory. Unfortunately, not quite able to make it. But he's still saving time. Skrooger, however, he very nearly nails the optimal strategy into this room, saving a significant amount of time with that entry into the lavatory.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. He's gonna be grabbing Screw Attack pretty soon. I can't remember how long the GT fight takes.
Hopefully not too long. The strategy that these runners are going to employ is crouching next to him and firing straight upwards. These allow every plasma shot to hit GT twice, cutting the fight time in half. Yeah, we can see Keku making incredibly quick work of GT there.
Skrooger having just a little bit of trouble getting into position there, but he should be good now. And GT is dead. So he is pretty much dead even with his PV now. Amazing.
That's actually so impressive. It looks like it was a gold split for Skrooger, so he's actually like back into the green now. Meanwhile, it is Ponk's turn to wait for Shaq Tool to break a bunch of blocks. He's going to be practicing his horizontal bomb jump now.
It's a nice little break in the middle of the run where you can kind of just do whatever you want.
So Keku, unfortunately, as he was picking up the Mickey Mouse missiles, fell through the crumble blocks requiring him to go back through this route again. That's very unfortunate.
I always fear those blocks. I mean, I've only tried to do hundo twice, maybe 3 times, but every single time I messed up those blocks.
Yeah, every runner, I feel like they has done it at least once, and it's so demoralizing to fall through those blocks there.
Yeah, and it is a big time waste, so it's a bummer, but he'll go back and get it, and he'll continue on.
Oh, he didn't pick up the missiles on his way in there. That's very unfortunate. So he better not fall through them again. Yeah, my strategy for when that happens, my backup is usually just reset and start a new run. Oh, Keku does it again! Oh no!
Oh man. Alright, well, skrooger is heading down to pick up the power bombs of shame now, which of course are not so shameful in 100%. And then he'll be killing Ridley. Looks like Galamoz is just heading away from Ice Beam, so he'll be heading on to Lower Norfair very shortly.
Did he disable Ice Beam there?
I'm not sure.
Because it doesn't look like he has it. Oh, no, he does.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Ooh, Galamoz getting the Lava Spark. Not something you see often in 100% because it's not necessarily required, but it does save you a significant amount of time.
Really nice by him. So we have skrooger entering Ridley now. He's going to start off with a charge shot.
Galamoz with a blue fireball into the lavatory. Nicely done. So Ridley, on skrooger's side, is going to take 20 plasma shots to kill. Charge plasma. Jumps into Ridley's claws, triggering his death animation. Very nicely done by skrooger. And it looks like another gold split by skrooger. He is half a second ahead of his personal best here.
Yeah. Quite nice. Would be great to see a PB in a race here. Keku about to enter the fight as well. He'll be doing the same thing. I mean, it's fairly obvious, but a fight like this in 100% is much easier than in any percent, especially if you're doing the more efficient any percent route.
Yeah, I really enjoy the Ridley fights in 100% because you can just be so lazy. You can take damage, and if you don't feel like taking damage, you can just spin jump and screw attack, and then his projectiles don't hit you.
Right. So skrooger doesn't have much left. He's going to be doing some cleanup in Lower Norfair before heading back up. Then I believe he has to get a few things before he goes to Golden for the X-ray and a bunch of stuff around that area.
Yeah, X-ray doesn't have a lot of use in 100% other than being an item that you collect. Keku's got to watch his health here. He's got 127 energy. Oh my goodness, he's got to be careful. Good thing he's going to pick up an energy tank right now. You can't let your Ridley fights be too lazy, otherwise there is the possibility of dying.
Right. Oh, misses that muck ball there. So he grabs the missile first. I remember seeing this strat before. I just can't. I don't know. Can't remember what you do optimally there.
In which room?
The room that Skrooger is in right now.
Yeah, typically you want to get a speedball, and then as you want to jump at the last second, clipping the item on your way up to the top there, which will burst you through those blocks and carrying you with your momentum forward through there.
Ah, right. Okay.
We've only seen a couple runners be successful at it, as the strategy is also pretty advanced. Ponk picking up the oft-forgotten Kraid missiles. This missile pack has been the bane of so many of my 100% runs, turning them into 99% runs.
So Galamoz following up now. He's in the Metal Pirates room. After he dispatches them, he'll be taking on Ridley.
Skrooger making his way out of Lower Norfair. Ponk picking up the ice beam. Yeah, so there's not much to be said for Skrooger at this point in the run, as he just has to do a little bit of cleanup. Galamoz making quick work of Ridley, not a bad fight, but I don't think he's too happy about his time, as he is 3 minutes behind his personal best now.
He will have a chance to get much better times, though. It looks like unless something really bad happens to Galamoz, he pretty much has this one.
Yeah, it should be his race, barring a soft lock from Mother Brain, but yeah, would be pretty unlikely at this point.
So Keku back out of Lower Norfair now. He's going to be doing all the gathering that Skrooger's been doing. It's a lot to do between Ridley being dead and all the collection you have to do before you actually get back to Golden 4.
Yeah, and bear in mind he's gonna have to go fight Crocmire too.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So Skrooger going to pick up X-Ray here. After he picks up X-Ray, I believe he goes into Green Hills again. And then he'll be revisiting the area that you see at the very beginning of the game when you first get Morphball. Hotkit's coming up to Golden Chorizo here. He'll be there shortly.
So Galamoz actually gets the speedball through those blocks at the top of the room there. Unfortunately, it doesn't clip the missile pack, so he has to drop down and go back for it. And we'll see. We will see Keku going for the Crocmire fight right now. Well, shortly. It's super impressive to see in this group because You shoot one shot at Crocomire, and then he steps into the lava, and I think it's really funny.
And is it a combination of beams that trigger that, or is it just the fact that you have plasma that does it?
It's the fact that you have plasma. It counts you hitting him once, and then it like checks within to see if you're hitting him again, and the game thinks you're hitting him about 300 times, and then so he's like, okay, I guess I'm dead now.
It's pretty funny. He just backs away from you indefinitely, to his death, of course.
Yep, one shot, one kill. That's all it takes.
Alright, so Ponkus just took care of Golden Chorizo. He's grabbing Screw Attack here. He'll be going up to get those... What are they called? What are those missiles called for that crumble block issue?
The Mickey Mouse missiles, because the ring looks like the Mickey Mouse face.
Or did he already grab those? I don't know. I'm all out of...
He's going to be going for them shortly.
Okay.
Skrooger picking up the Billy Mays missiles, named because the room has one missile pack, but wait, there's more.
Yeah, last time I tried to do Hundo, I actually missed that one. I just totally forgot about it.
And we can actually see Skrooger going for another wraparound shot in this room here. I don't know if he got it. I think this one's also pretty precise, but he can open the door while falling through those blocks there, and he does actually get it. Wow.
Nice. All right, so Keku finally gets grapple here.
Yeah, this beam is not going to see any use in this route, unfortunately.
Did Skrooger's stream go out, or is it just me? I might have just lost it. Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully he gets back up soon. He should be getting pretty close to... Oh, okay, it's back up. So he's going to be going up through the climb again. This time, he does need to grab a few things.
Just barely getting clipped by the Boyons there, but is able to recover with a good short charge.
Yeah, that was nice. So, barring anything that we might have missed or he might have missed, I believe Skrooger is now at 100% and can go to Golden 4.
Oh, wow, and that mock ball as he makes his way out of the last missiles there. Very nicely done. Ponk making is entering the Ridley fight.
He's getting grabbed a bit, but he has full health. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Chooses to fire supers here.
Yeah, I actually like firing super missiles on the Ridley fight because I believe it's the fastest damage output, but it does set you back a little bit
right
on the run. So you can see Skrooger making his way, or he's entered the Golden 4 room, alternatively known as the waiting room.
Mm-hmm. And he is 5 seconds behind his PB, so still a really, really nice pace.
Yeah, the Golden 4 room, excellent chance to take a breather, get a glass of water, check your Tinder, the like.
Of course. Yeah, sorry, Chris. I kind of keep it low key. I'm laughing violently inside.
It's okay, I like to step away from the mic to laugh at my own jokes.
All right, so Skrooger now down in Turian. He will have to do a few things here that I guess are fairly interesting as far as the run goes. One of those things being the baby skip. He doesn't have to do it, but of course it saves time. And he also needs to do Zebetite skip and get the stand-up glitch in the Mother Brain 2 fight.
Yeah, a really nice Turian by Skrooger, but he does have to watch his super missile count when he goes into Mother Brain if he wants to do that fight optimally, if you can call it a fight.
All right, so he will be going for baby skip here. It does take if you get captured by the baby, it takes a lot of time to drain all that energy that you have.
Yeah, if he does get caught, it is optimal to turn off Varia Suit, which it looks like he already has off, and then face right as your energy just plummets.
And he did get grabbed pretty quickly.
So that shouldn't cost him too much time.
So Keku grabs the Billy Mays missiles, I suppose. So he only has a few more things before he needs to head to Golden 4. We can see Galamoz is in the climb right now, doing a few things, getting the last 2 items.
Wow, and a flawless speedball from Keku as he makes his way through the construction zone. Zeb skip coming up from Skrooger. Looks like he gets it without any trouble, and he's going to be fighting the Mother Brain.
So the stand-up glitch in this Mother Brain 2 fight is pretty interesting. I've only tried to do it once. From what I remember, I believe you have to make sure that as soon as Samus hits the ground after getting hit by the beam, you want to mash the directional pad, kind of.
Yeah,
and,
you also want to be above 700. You want to be as close to 700 health as you possibly can, and then immediately run into Mother Brain's legs to bring your health down below, I think it's 300, because that's the point at which she's going to stop firing her beams and try to just kill you.
Right. And then you want to just use Space Jump, I guess, to stay in the air, because once the baby comes on screen, you do not want to be on the ground.
But if you are left on the ground, you can actually use X-Ray Scope to stand back up. So even if you do screw it up, there is a bit of a margin for error there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Galamoz entering the Golden 4. It's time for him to check his Tinder.
Once again, laughing on the inside.
So Skrooger very wisely choosing to just stand there. It can be kind of funny to see Samus jump up and down in the crouching animation, but there's so much potential of the soft lock at this part of the game that it's so important to just stand there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what triggers a soft lock. Like, are there certain mechanics that cause it?
Yeah, there's some ways that you can. It stops your movement sometimes, which will cause you to slide into Mother Brain and die, or it'll cause you to. There's certain points where when if you're firing the beam when you shouldn't be, you can sometimes get caught in the wall. You can sometimes cause the animation. The animation will just cause you to lock the game. It really sucks.
Yeah. All right, so Keku just entered Golden 4. Galamoz is getting close to the baby skip. He's in the third room right now. And looks like Ponk is in the cleanup section of his run before he goes to Golden 4. Skrooger's about to make quick work of Mother Brain 3.
Yeah, the Mother Brain 3 is down, so now it's time for Skrooger to make his way out of the planet. Hopefully he won't be saving any animals today.
I don't think he would. I'm pretty sure Skrooger is not that kind of person.
Yeah, I would be appalled. Galamoz getting grabbed by the Metroid, and he turns off Varia and Gravity just to very quickly drain his health. Not a bad choice.
So the only thing that really hurt Skrooger's pace here, I think, was missing the baby skip. He will be a bit more behind than expected from the Golden 4 split. But that being said, it's still going to be an excellent run. Probably going to be around a 122.35 or something. Although his stream is locking up for me again.
Yeah, not a good time to be locking up on your stream.
Yeah, it was a 122.41, by the way. Spoilers, but yes, he did done in the SRL channel. Skrooger has taken this match. Congrats to him. That's an excellent time. I hope he's fairly happy with that.
Yeah, he's still got to double check to make sure that this is 100%, but barring any huge missteps, he should be okay. I think it was 100%, so... Keku getting the baby skip. Nicely done.
Let's see if I can get Skrooger's stream back up here. It's just buffering for me. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so Keku gets through the Zeb there, and he will be on to Mother Brain 1.
Yeah, and you'll notice he still has Screw Attack enabled. Getting through the Zebatites with Screw Attack enabled is super challenging. You have to do a different method to the Zeb skip, which is so much more precise. So nicely done.
Oh, and Galamoz, I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was not even looking. But he did die to Mother Brain 2.
That's so unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Galamoz.
Yeah, either way, I mean, that is unfortunate, but it was a good run. I know that he probably wasn't happy being over 3 minutes behind, but still. Good game, Galamoz, and thank you.
Yeah, since he did miss the Metroid skip and did not opt to refill his health at the very end, he's going to go for a Shine Spark, but unfortunately, he was a little too reckless in his Mother Brain 2 fight. losing a run to Mother Brain is so unfortunate.
Oh, okay. So he tried to do the crystal. He tried to do Crystal Flash, but his super count wasn't correct.
So with Keku wrapping up his Mother Brain 3 fight, why don't we talk about what's coming down on the Speed Gaming channel in a little bit here?
All right, definitely. I'm actually totally unfamiliar with the schedule, but go right ahead. I'm interested to know as well.
Well, if you stick around, it looks like at 8 p.m. we have a race between Di-10 Kong and, oh, what do you know, Cristofalo. That's me.
Oh man, pretty hype.
I believe that's actually going to be hosted on the Speedruns Live channel. At 8 p.m. we do have Donkey Kong Country 2. 9 p.m. more Donkey Kong Country, and at 10 p.m. Donkey Kong Country 2.
Nice. So Keku does finish off Mother Brain 3. He'll be going through the escape now. Should be finishing around, I guess, a 128 or so.
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable time. Meanwhile, Skrooger, we do have confirmation that it was 100%, so nicely done, Skrooger.
Yeah,
Well
congrats to
played.
him. Great run. So after Keku finishes up here, we'll just have Ponk left, and he is going to be going to Golden 4 right now. So the only thing he has ahead of him is the dangers of Turin.
Yeah, the other thing he has to watch out for is that he doesn't accidentally save the animals, because Ponk, little known fact, is a filthy animal saver.
See, I did not know that, and it kind of changes my opinion of him, to be honest.
Yeah, I really like Ponk, except for that fact. Very unfortunate. Keku, what are you... Oh, okay, I thought he was going for saving the animals. That was scary.
This is a pretty good troll, though. And he finishes up, spoilers again, with a time of 128.19. Congrats to him. So Ponk is taking a breather at the Golden 4 room right now. And yeah, after this, like Chris said, be sure to check out both Speedruns Live and this channel if you want to see Donkey Kong Country. I believe both of those will be starting at 8 p.m. Eastern.
So that's in 1.5 hours. Very exciting.
Yeah. All right, so the first of the Metroid rooms here. Not sure what strat he employs here. It looks like he generally just stops and fires. There's a number of different ways you can do these rooms. There are some extremely fast strats to get through these, but of course, Ponk can just take it easy. I'm not sure if he knows that he has this one in the bag, but still.
That would be very interesting if you didn't know. Looks like he's also opting to shoot the Metroids with missiles. Not a bad move because it does restore his super missile count.
Yeah. All right, so he gets out of there with 12 missiles, 12 supers, excuse me. Not sure if he's gonna go for baby skip, but
I mean, it's worth
he's in
trying.
good shape. Yeah, as long as you've tried it before. Ooh. He does get grabbed there around the 4th jump, I think. So we will have to wait for that health to drain out.
Get your deer forces ready in the chat for Keku.
All right, so refill stations here for Ponkus, and then he'll be heading over to do Zeb skip. Yeah, and thank you to Cephalon as well for helping out with commentary for a while. Get Zeb skip first try, very nice. So KQ as well, confirmed 100% collection.
Nicely done.
Not much to be said here. We've seen the other runners do this. Ponkus will have his go at it now.
Looks like Ponk is making incredible time. He might actually get a PB here.
Oh yeah, you know, it's in giant text on his screen, but for some reason I just completely forgot that his PB was 139.47. So yeah, he's in for a big PB here. It'll be nice.
Yep, Ponk with a textbook Mother Brain stand-up glitch, and he is definitely on pace for PB. He's currently with his PB of 139.47. He should be getting it.
Yeah, this is great. You know, whenever we have a race like this and someone pulls off a PB, it's a great thing to see. And it was great that skrooger came very close, and now Ponk looks to be able to get one fairly easily. Please do not curse me by locking in the game or something.
Yeah, the old commentator's curse. I think he'll be okay though. He just has to make sure that Mother Brain does hit the Metroid with her onion rings. He's got to make sure he's not charging the beam while this scene transitions here. Otherwise, that will soft up. There you go. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He'll be okay. Ponk. Ponk.
Oh no, dude.
Ponk, man.
Now I'm sitting here saying nothing because is this a definitive soft? Is there any way to recover from that? He didn't take this. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm thinking, is there any way for it to unfreeze? I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
you can wait
so-
for it to get out. Okay.
Yeah, with this, sometimes you can. It's you can wait it out, which I mean, Galamoz has already forfeited. His two options here are run again, or wait it out. But this could take anywhere from 5 minutes to 2 hours.
Oh, okay. It's a slow lag, not a soft lock. Okay, that's good to know. 2 hours. Well, we do need to wait for Ponk to finish. However, I don't really have much to say right now. I can try to give you a depiction of what's happening in each frame, but I don't think it's gonna be too interesting.
Yeah, we can see Mother Brain's ugly body standing there, and some pipes in the background. And he chooses to reset.
Oh my god!
I guess he's gonna go for another run. Wow. Okay. So stick around, because we have another hour and a half of Super Metroid action ahead of you, folks.
All right, well, is this a challenge from is this a challenge from Ponkus to Galamoz? Galamoz can still restart if he wants to.
Well, he will be starting on planet Sibs without having to do Series Station again. So that's that'll save him about 2 minutes there.
It would be interesting if Gala started doing this again. I'm not sure if he's still around. Oh no, he said he had to go. Okay, so rip Gala. Sorry guys. Would have been nice to see a rematch, as you might call it. But yes, it looks like Ponk is going to do this run again.
With Galamoz forfeited, it looks like he'll be. This should still be Ponk's race as long as he finishes in on time on under 5 hours. Hopefully, not a problem. That being said, I do have to go for the next hour before my race, so I hope you all enjoy this this Super Metroid speedrun. I really enjoyed commentating with you, Typo. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you for joining in.
Yeah, thanks for commentating with me. This is a lot of fun, and I'll catch you guys later. See you guys next mission.
All right, good luck on your run, by the way.
Thank you very much.
All right, so it's just me now. It's me and Ponkus. I'm gonna stick around for about 10 minutes and just kind of go through the beginning of the run again because there's not much else to do. But kudos to Ponkus for deciding to keep going. Would have been interesting to see, or maybe extremely uninteresting to see how long it took the slow lag to finish. Anyway, we are back in the climb at the beginning, and he'll be going through the usual motions to start his item collection. I do need to get something to drink, so excuse me for just 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't mind. You can blame me. It's kind of been a meme for a while. People have blamed me for things, so I'm the scapegoat, and when it comes down to it, it is my fault. This channel is going to host another race. I guess we'll just keep Ponk up as long as possible until the Donkey Kong Country tournament, which I believe is in an hour and 15 minutes now. So. Ponk makes quick work of Bomb Chorizo. We'll be doing Alcatraz and then heading down to get the early supers as well as a few more items. I should probably cut down my multi-Twitch to just his stream. Although, you know what? I'm going to keep Galamoz up just in case he comes back. I know it's not going to happen. I'm just hoping. Alright, so a pretty clean grab of the early supers. Right after he'll be getting the reserve tank and some missiles, and then he'll continue on. Doing the same thing he's done before, but that is speedrunning. A lot of repetition. The title? I'm not even aware. "200% Ponk," yes. That is a very nice title. I agree. So Galamoz had to forfeit because he tried to do Crystal Flash while in the Mother Brain 2 fight, but he did not have the super count to do it, and he ended up dying, unfortunately. Ponk actually did not softlock, but he... I'm not sure what he did exactly. I think it was the way he was firing the beams at the very end, before Mother Brain 2 becomes Mother Brain 3. But essentially, he put the game into a very slow lag. So it could have taken 5 minutes to get out of the lag, or 2 hours. And he decided he would just do the run again. Actually, that's a really interesting idea, Dirk. What is all this talk of Fuzda? All right, so he's gonna be heading to get that beam, the one that you never get in any percent. Yeah, both runners, Ponk and Gala, essentially had to reset at Mother Brain. Alright, so he's going to be heading into the warehouse now, I guess as it's colloquially called. And then he'll make his way over to Kraid, and he'll go for the quick kill. All very run-of-the-mill stuff. I think the saddest thing is that he was so close to getting a PB. He would have PB by about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 minutes maybe. So I am somewhat saddened by that, and the fact that, you know, him restarting is essentially restarting at the ship, so he won't be able to get a PB with this. It's still the same run. So he does miss the quick kill, unfortunately. But he can still make quick work of Kraid by aiming a few supers or missiles correctly. A full minute ahead. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm ahead of the stream itself. And I am giving spoilers every 10 seconds. I might need to buffer this just a little bit. Alright, so Ponk finishes off Kraid, and he's gonna go grab the illustrious Varia suit. So, like I said before, like we said before in the previous round of commentary, there are mainly two different routes that people do. They'll either do the early grapple or the late grapple. Ponk does do the early grapple route, so he doesn't have to deal with the ice clip for Spring Ball. Kraid literally just died. I'm that far ahead. That's amazing. Okay. Well, do you guys like the future commentary, or would you rather I say things as they happen? No spoilers, okay. I'll try my best to delay everything. I actually don't have live streamer up and working, so sadly I'll just write down all my thoughts, and as soon as I finish writing them down, I'll say them. That'll give me like a 30-second buffer. All right, so we have Ponk is heading into business center now. He's gonna be grabbing the E-tank soon. He is ahead of galamoz. That is true. All right, he grabs the energy tank. He's gonna be grabbing the boots soon and making his way over to the lava missiles. All very, very interesting stuff. It's really when he gets to Bubble Mountain that this becomes a challenge. Right now, it's just you know, pretty much meandering around collecting the easy items. Really, I synced that one up. Damn, it's actually working. Let me tell you, this game can soft lock anywhere. It really takes no prisoners. All right, he grabs the lava missiles, and now he'll be at Bubble Mountain momentarily. And of course, there is the king of Bubble Mountain, the Cack Attack, that's at the top of his perch, just waiting for unsuspecting runners, so he can cause them immense pain and time loss. And Ponk will have to deal with that, but hopefully he deals with it in an efficient manner. Alright, so he does make it past. Congrats to him. A little bit more progress there. Yeah, definitely. What either Seth or Chris mentioned before, I can't remember who it was. They said that Punkus actually did this game blindfolded in 9.5 hours, so by all standards, at least in my mind, that's pretty amazing. So, yeah. Two things. This guy did the entire game blindfolded, and additionally, after dying to Mother Brain 2/3, he restarted and continued the run. Truly a man of honor. I think we can forgive the fact that he occasionally rescues the animals. There is no way that I know of soft locking the game at Crab Supers. I don't think it can happen. I've never seen it occur on stream. I think the developers literally wrote the game in a manner where you can soft lock anywhere except for Crab Supers. Alright, so makes his way into the room before Wave Beam. He is going to do something different than like, for example, the route that Keku runs. He is actually going to go over to pay Krakemeyer a visit now. So unfortunately, Krakemeyer will be my goodbye to this stream. I do need to go, as I do have some things I need to take care of. But it was a joy commentating on this incredible match, and best of luck to Ponkus on his run. I hope it goes well for him, and I hope he gets a PB soon. Honestly, you know, with dedication like this, I think he'll be able to get a pretty nice PB. All right. So with that, farewell, guys. Thank you for watching. And as Chris said before, there's going to be Donkey Kong Country right here in an hour. And be sure to check out the other Super Metroid Hundo Tourney race, which will be on the Speedruns Live channel in 1 hour. So take care, guys, and I will see you next mission.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are ready. Ponk is cleaning up this little mess of a chicken that is golden chorizo. Having no issue setting up in that sweet spot. How is everyone doing tonight? It seems to me he's barely tuned back in that he had accidentally dropped through the GT missiles without collecting them. So he's gonna backtrack just a little bit. Down through the lavatory where things go just go a little bit better. Here we are. Noise. In which now Ponk will make his way. It's pretty linear from here. Really, you just kind of go over to Ridley after picking up the Mickey Mouse missiles. Yeah, those pirates are quite a nuisance, but you could just screw them over. I believe screw attack does 1,000 worth of damage. Making good use of killing the key hunters, the key hunter shaft, just to reduce that power bomb lag. And don't you guys worry, these power bombs are shame. You don't have to feel any shame for getting these, only for this category. Coming up here is the Ridley fight. Several ways you can go with this fight. So Ridley takes only 20 charge plasma, wave, and ice shards. After that, he just kind of goes into this countdown mode where he just counts down to his death, flies around. It looks like Ponk is going for the hybrid. Where alternatively you can eliminate the Space Pelican with 30 super missiles. Just anything to make the fight go faster. I wonder if Ponk will stop to refill his supers along the way to during the cleanup, because that will also make it a little bit easier just to get past the main one phase. Really did not have the baby Metroid. Where is this baby Metroid that is currently the last one in captivity? Because now the galaxy is not at peace. Ponk breaks out a spin so that he can set himself up for that D-boost he got, so he can quickly make his way right back up. Here he just wants to, of course, ideally you just want to avoid the soccer balls and the Nami haze. But health is of no concern for Ponk. Not at all. Just want to give a shout out to all the dogs out there. Snoop Dogg. Da, 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 da. Those Franker Z missiles. Oh, I guess those key hunters, the musketeers, did drop some super missiles, but he just chose to go right past them. No issue. It ain't no thing at all. Coming up next is the Bubble Mountain section that he has to revisit. He's gonna collect the Norfair reserve tank, and then just 2 missiles. First pack of missiles is right here. I'm gonna be also like a minute ahead. I didn't even think of that. But we're gonna YOLO this. Alright. Go, Ponk, go. Just one thing to note, that after, well, pretty much at the Norfair elevator is when the routes would start to join up again, from new route and old route. Because Ponk is doing old route, he doesn't have to go through Crocomire unlike the new route runners. So henceforth, all he has to do is collect X-ray. Let's see how many X-raves Ponk accidentally sets off. Let's go for that sub 3 hours X-ray. Can I get a the X-ray scope, granting Ponk the ability to see through everything except the color pink. I swear these dingbats cause quite some frustration, especially when you accidentally kill them.
Alright, we gotta switch over to DKC now. We got a race about to start here. You guys can continue to follow Ponk's exploits by going to his Twitch stream. We'll have the link there in